Have you seen how much these things are online? They are outrageous. You'd probably pay, I don't know, upwards to $100 for something like this. But I made this myself. I found fresh magnolia leaves, which I was so happy to find here. And I love them. They're nice dusky brown and green on the outside. And I've made myself not one, but two today. And I want to show you how I've made them using my secret. Stay tuned. Alright, so what you're going to need is a round wreath frame. This is just balsa, really thin balsa plywood that I have cut out. And you can use paddle wire, which is a great way to secure material to wreath, but I'm going to show you something a little bit different. I am going to be using cable ties, and the reason I'm using cable ties is because when you're working with fresh material like magnolia leaves or you know, any kind of fresh material, as the material shrinks, it's going to shrink up and get loose on your frame. So if you're using cable ties, you can go back in a couple of days and tighten it up, and it really will help the longevity of the wreath. So what you're going to need is a wreath form, and you can use wood, you can use wire, you can use a lot of different things, and then cable ties. And I'm really hoping I have enough. I like to use clear, but I have some black ones if I need to use them, but I'm hoping I won't need to. Okay, and then you need some magnolia, and I leave mine in bunches like this. I don't use separate leaves. Now I have some wreath designs that use the separated leaves, but that's not what we're making today. So I'll probably do a video at some point. So I'm gonna put my bunches right here. And oh my gosh, I used to make dozens and dozens of these wreaths at Christmas. Oh my goodness. Actually, I probably could just leave them in the cart. That way. Just leave a few in there. Okay. So it's really easy. I'm going to take little bundles just like this, and I want the stem end. You want to leave the leaves intact, so they're still attached to the branches, and we want about a 2-inch stem, and I'm going to overlap it on the wood form. And I want to take one of those zip ties, and these probably are a little bit long. I think these are 4-inch zip ties that I got. I'm pretty sure I got these on Amazon. Now these are 8-inch, so I probably could use some a little bit smaller, but and about 2 inches up on the stem, and then we just want to tighten it down. And you can tighten it pretty, you know, pretty tight, and then just leave the tail, okay? And then take another bundle. Group it together like this, snap off that end, and then overlap it. All right, I'm gonna try to put the tail towards the back, and then take your second bundle, overlap it on top of the first one, and then you want your second wire tie overlapping that first stem, but then also overlapping your new stem, so that you have it attached at two points. The number of leaf bundles that you'll need and the number of wire ties that you'll need is going to depend on how big your circle is. My circle is a 12-inch circle, and I used about 16 wire ties and then about 16 bundles of magnolia leaves. Just overlap it. Grab that bundle underneath, new wire tie, And you're going to go around the whole wreath form just like this. Alright, when you get to the end, you're just going to tuck right up under that first bunch and take your wire tie, get as close as you can. I'm just going to test it. There we go. And tuck it right down in there. Let me get you a little closer here. See right here? So we're going to tuck that right in there. Just like that. And you just fluff your leaves. And there we go. And I'm just going to hang it there. Just like that. Fluff it up a little bit. It's perfect. I love it just like that. I used to make so many of these at Christmas. I sold them on Etsy. I would make garland. I would make all kinds of gorgeous magnolia leaves. I probably went through 10,000 magnolia leaves every single year. These are a little bit rough. They're not my South Carolina leaves, but we don't have that many of these here in coastal Florida, but I love it. And I hope you give this a try. Let me know if you have any questions. This one's a little crooked, but it's for me. I don't care. Might put a bow right there. So my trick then, when you're done, after a couple of days, come back through and tighten these wire ties up, because the magnolia
I had enough leaves to make a second wreath, so I found some more wire ties and went ahead and made a second one so that I would have matching wreaths
but you can come here and tighten these up, and you will have a wreath that will last for months, sometimes even years. You just never know. So that is my trick. Now after a couple of days, I'm going to come and tighten all of these up. But for right now, I'm just going to tuck them under just so they don't look so odd. Now you could go ahead and snip them if you want to, but I'm just going to leave them because I do want to tighten them up so that, you know, I can keep this around for a while and the leaves don't all fall out. Now I may go back through. I'm going to go ahead and put another this one. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to take one bunch and I'm going to go ahead and tuck it under here. Who's that? Oh. These are aggravating to work with. We're not tightening. All right. That looks a lot better. Yeah, that's a lot better. It's a lot more full. So what I will do is after a couple of days, I will come back and tighten those up. and be done.
Hi, Merry Christmas, everyone. I just made this magnolia wreath today.